back to my channel. It is lasagna day. I'm going to be making an American style lasagna, and I've already got my sauce heating up on the stove and I've prepared my other ingredients. So let's get started. So here I have 3 different cheeses. I'm going to use some mozzarella for the filling and the top. I have some ricotta cheese and I've got some parmesan cheese. I'm using 1 egg, some ground nutmeg, salt and pepper, and I have some spinach that I have steamed in a nonstick skillet just with a little bit of water. So that's cooked down. I squeezed the water out and I chopped it up. And I'm going to be using some no-cook lasagna noodles. So I have a container of ricotta cheese, and this is going to get broken down and mixed. And I have some extra just in case I feel I need to make a little extra filling, but I think this is going to be just fine for the size of lasagna that I'm making. And then I'm going to do a little less than half of my mozzarella, and then I'll reserve the rest for the top. I will leave measurements down in the description just in case you are interested in making this. And then I'm going to do some Parmesan cheese, and I just kind of go by eye here, but that'll do for now. And I'm going to add my spinach, an egg, and the egg will just hold it together a little bit. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of nutmeg because I'm using spinach and it actually goes really well with the ricotta cheeses also, so that's why I use it. And I do want to make sure that this tastes good, so I'm gonna measure out my salt. I'm going to use a serving fork, and this will just incorporate some air into here. I don't want to overmix, but I do want to incorporate everything together. And since I have it, I washed this lemon really well, and I'm just going to add a little bit of lemon zest because I also dig the combination. But this is optional. You can, you don't have to. This is good. So you don't want to compact it, you want to kind of incorporate a little bit of air. And I'm gonna start assembling. So there is going to be 3 parts to this. It's gonna be my noodles that I have here, my tomato sauce, and my cheese mixture. So I'm gonna start by ladling some sauce to cover the bottom, and I'm using one of these aluminum, travel dishes, and I did go ahead and wash this before because it's just a habit that I have. Okay, so now that I have a layer of sauce, I'm gonna start with my noodles because the noodles, you do want them to absorb the sauce. And what I normally do, actually I should have tested this before, sometimes I shingle them a little bit, but you don't have to because they will expand. You can just lay them next to each other, and it looks like this is going to be 3 lengthwise, and then the next row I will alternate. On top of the noodles, I am going to add just a little bit more sauce on, directly on top of them. So again, this will give them their opportunity to cook. And if you happen to have an offset spatula, which is this thing, it will help you spread the filling around. And you don't want to mess with it too much. I don't want like the sauce to get all mixed in, but it'll just help you kind of reach the edges, and it'll be a lot better. And then my noodles. So see, this is how it's going to fit for this layer, and you're just going to keep repeating the process. And I'm gonna do 3 layers. So it'll be 4 layers of noodles and 3 layers of cheese. This is my last layer of cheese. And I did end up using some extra ricotta cheese and an additional egg, so I will have adjusted measurements down below. Okay, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit more sauce because I'm gonna add my last layer of noodles. After I put my noodles down, I'm gonna again just put a touch of sauce over, or maybe more than a touch. This will thicken up as it cooks, and the other trick will be letting the lasagna rest after it's done, and this will just give a chance for everything to just firm up a little bit more. But it's pretty saucy, so it should be really good. Now, to the top, I'm gonna put the rest of the mozzarella. So this layer is going to be a little bit more melty, but the thing is with mozzarella, sometimes it just kind of disappears. Some even cheese distribution, and then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more parmesan cheese on top. And then this will bake in the oven until done. A couple of extra precautions. I am going to cover this. And I'm going to put this on a sheet tray, and that will just, give it some support underneath. And just in case there's any spillage, I don't think there will be, and I'm also just going to poke a few holes on the top for the steam to vent. So I've had this baking for about 45-50 minutes on 350, and then the last few minutes I turned on the broiler on high so that it could get nice and browned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have a recipe described down below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.